And have the carp. Oh, whoa. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new installment of Let's Give It a Try. And today we're going to be checking out StoneHearth. StoneHearth is an early access game that just came out on Steam about probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's a sandbox game, which is reminiscent of Minecraft, so I think it's actually a pretty enjoyable game, but it still is in the early stages, so there's a lot of stuff that probably needs to be done with it. But I thought, you know what? Let's give it a try. Okay, so I have, before recording this video, I played it already. I actually played it like 3 times because it's actually kind of difficult to learn how to get the town going. So it's kind of like Minecraft, how it just throws you in there and it doesn't really tell you anything else about it. So you see, I've got Tater Talks Town. That's my main town. It's thriving. It's beautiful. You want to live there. Go there for summer vacation. But we're actually going to start a new game just so you guys can see what it looks like when you are starting off. Alright, so new game. And this is how it starts off. So this is the story. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. A brave band of settlers from, and there's 2 different types of people. There's the Ascendiary. That's not it. The Ascendancy and Rhea's Children. And I don't know about you guys, but I think Rhea's Children kind of looks like certain cartoon characters that were a big deal back in the 2000s and then became an even bigger deal with their female lead role. Okay. I think I started playing with Rhea's Children and I was like, not for me. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pick the Ascendancy eventually. The Ascendancy, a prosperous and industrious kingdom. Seeking new lands and adventure, they set off to. So the Ascendancy is from the temperate biome. Right now there's only 2 biomes. Again, I don't know if they're going to add more. Desert, temperate. I went ahead and let them stay in the temperate. Darkmoor Forest. And then there's 3 different difficulties. Peaceful, which is basically easy. Normal, which is normal. And then hard, where you're just like, oh dear mercy. I like a little bit of a challenge, but I don't want to be punched in the eyeball, so I clicked on normal, and then we went ahead and rolled with it. So this next screen is just basically all of the people that you roll with. Haha, roll with. These are your townsfolk. You can re-roll for new citizens. If you don't like the ones that you get, you really want to make sure that you are focused on their body, mind, and spirit. The higher the mind, the better the crafting is. The higher the spirit, the better they are at standing strong against enemies and being able to, like, get animals to come hither. And then body is obviously just being strong and, like, healthy and whatnot. So I rolled it a couple of times because I never re-rolled for citizens before. I just kind of went with it. But apparently this town is the Mutton Chop Town. So we're going to just go with that one. I can't see. Okay. Alright, so before you set off on your new adventure, you got to go to the Traveler Store. The Traveler Store has a plethora of things that you can purchase. I would suggest not getting the Trapper's Knife because you can eventually build that yourself. And then, I mean, it's all your money. You only got 150 gold. Don't waste it. Don't be greedy. So the things that I start off with, and I mean, don't take it for word. I'm new to this. But I start off with the Farmer's Hoe because you need to farm for food to grow your own food, right? How are you going to grow your own food if you don't have a hoe? Farmer's hoe. Be appropriate, everybody. So I get the Farmer's Hoe usually. I also get the wooden sword because you need to protect yourself. I mean, I guess you could get like a stick and some berries, but I don't know how like resourceful those would be. And then I also pick from the basket of insert food here. I think I usually get the corn, carrots, and melons. I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't really tell a difference, and they're all the same price. I just thought, why not? I never get the berries. I've restarted this game like 4 or 5 times. Never get the berries, because wherever you're going to like wind up traveling, there's always going to be a bush of berries. So There's not going to be like a patch of pumpkins. Oh, that was alliteration. So this is what the map looks like. Pretty swanky, right? So generally where I like to place my settlement is somewhere near water. Why? I don't know. I think I read on forums that you want to be near water. So far, I haven't found any use for water, but I also don't want to die. I also want to be at a place where there is good plants, trees and plants, because trees are basically your main building material when you start off. Wildlife, I want it to be high for when I get to the trapper, because I sense that being able to hunt actually helps with like your citizens' happiness as well as like their hunger and whatnot. And then minerals. I kind of want to be near the minerals, but I don't want to be on the mountains because we're going to get stuck on the mountains forever. But you want to make sure that you are somewhere near minerals so that you can build those better items when you can. So if you don't like your map, you can always re-roll it. That second map was atrocious, so I'm doing it again. This isn't even any better, like at all. So I'm doing it one more time. Keep your fingers crossed. Close enough. Why not? So I'm going to be somewhere close to a mountain, but also kind of so in water. That looks like a good place. So we're generating our world. Huzzah! And this is a beautiful world upon which my citizens will live in. It's magical, isn't it? I know. So the controls are pretty simple. It is AWSD. Yeah, AWSD. If you hold down the left mouse button, you can change like the view, go up, down, round and round. If you do the mouse scroll, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. And you saw right there that there was a patch of berries. That's why you never get berries, because they're always going to be around you. Like, why? If it's already going to be out in the world, why grow more? Or why waste money growing more? And this is where I'm going to put my... That's where I'm going to put my my thingamabobber. This is where my settlers are settling. And the name of our settlement is Sweet Pea Faux Show. Because why not? Okay, so we've been settled. This is where we're laying down our important stuff. So the things that are glowing are like the tools for a trade. If you click on the people person there, citizen, it brings up all the people you have in your town. And basically, until you assign them something to do, they're going to either be idle, socialize, move around, or sleep. So unlike The Sims, you can't take away their free will. They'll do stuff, but it won't be like important stuff to you. You know what I mean? Where you're like, I need you to chop wood. And they're like, nope, I don't care. So that's kind of a problem. I really hope they change it, but they might not. I don't know. So the first person that you want to have, or at least I thought was a good idea, is a carpenter, because carpenter builds all the stuff that you need from wood. So this is what changing a job looks like. Everybody starts off as a worker. Workers can do pretty much everything, except they cannot build like the important stuff. So sometimes you want to make sure that you just like assign the right jobs to the right character. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want a person who has no patience or a steady hand to be a doctor, right? So same thing for this particular game. You want to make sure that the mind, body, and spirit are perfectly in sync for them to have a luxurious career. I actually think I probably started getting bored after a little bit, because I was like sitting there for 20 minutes. Over exaggeration, but I was sitting there and I was like, no, I don't even care. Beth? Hyun? Yep. Hyun's gonna be our farmer. Peyton Rook. He's got a pretty solid body. Stop it. We're gonna change his job. I think we're gonna make him a fighter. Yep. He's gonna protect the town. Like, once you become like a sentry, you walk so slow, it makes no sense. But he's a sentry now. You see how fast everyone else is walking? When he gets moving, he's going to be struggle busting it. But what we just missed was a notification. So every now and then off to the right, there will be a notification that pops up. You can click on it and it'll come up like this. You'll have like travelers and you'll be like, oh, cool, that's awesome. And then we'll trade with you. You don't have to actually accept it. You just read it and be like, oh, okay, that's not what I want. So I think I didn't accept it. Changing? What are these kids doing? That's weird. Okay, so I also had to pick my carpenter. So Tristan is my carpenter. So Tristan's going to go to work, son. He's going to have to cut all kinds of, or collect all kinds of materials so that, you know, my town can thrive and what have you. So pretty much to gather resources, you click this blue button here. You click on the other blue button. Or not the blue button. The blue button is storage. So I'm making storage for the resources that are getting ready to get. It doesn't matter what size you make it, I feel. I mean, if you're down for being symmetric, it might be important to you. But it's not really important to me. I do like to keep it organized, though. So in this patch, we're going to have all our resources. And then I'm pretty sure I have another patch where I put, like, the food and stuff. So look, once you've set it, your citizens will go over there, place what needs to be placed, and then go on their happy day by just standing and looking at it. Okay, so in this patch is going to be the food, and that's where my food goes. Boop. Good job, everybody. I think I might add something else there. Yeah, construction. So, you know, like once you build something, you still want a place to set it. So I'm going to put food and construction together. Why? I don't know. I just felt like it. It felt like the right thing to do. So next we're going to do is get our farmer going. So I want to put like the farm plot in a pretty decent place. So I also like making them even. Again, why? I have no idea. So I'm going to plant my turnips. Oh, so I didn't get melons. I got turnips. Going to plant my turnips. In my 9x9 plot, I'm going to plant my carrots. Delicious. And look, there goes the farmer. Hey, farmer. Hey. Yeah. And my pumpkins. And then there you go. But he's got to do it all by himself. Like, the workers can't do it because that's not their job. It's not like he can't have an assistant, but, you know, whatever. All right, so the next thing you need to do is harvest. So the axe and pickaxe icon is where you can click to gather tree resources, and you can click to mine. So click on the tree and just highlight all of the trees that you want to be brought into your town. And you see everybody starts running in and they're like, oh boy, we want to help. Except for this dude that moves so very, very slowly. Look at how slow he moves. Not that one, that one. Everybody else is over there gathering, like cutting down trees, getting their stuff going. And they're going to place it in our storage where our resources go. Oop, press the wrong button. Okay, so now that we're getting resources gathered, we're going to go ahead and get the carpenter like to work. So right now, I believe I had him make his workbench so that he could make more stuff. Guys, I don't know what's going on with my eye. Ooh. And I've got to place the workbench once it's made. And you can rotate it. Can't for the life of me remember how to rotate it. You can rotate it. So wherever that grayish arrow is where he's going to stand. Okay, so I feel like we probably have enough wood for the carpenter to actually do some stuff. So anything that is not grayed out is something that he can build because he has either the right level for it as well as the correct amount of material. So right now the only thing it looks like he can actually build is like a storage pile, which is totally okay because that's how you can get your XP going so that you move up in rank and so you're able to build like awesome and better things. And then any type of food that you have, you definitely want to gather. So I'm making the, hello cat. I'm making my citizens gather those berries because I want them to eat. Pretty self-explanatory. You need to eat, right? Right. Everybody needs to eat. Everybody need to eat. Oh, and apparently I found more bushes. See, so there are bushes everywhere for berries. Then go ahead and gather that too. We're going to have a nice little family going on here. It'll be awesome. Okay, so pretty much it's like slow goings for the beginning. Like you don't get a lot of stuff quickly at all, and that's pretty much like the basis of it. Kind of like Minecraft, kind of like Sims. You have to start from the bottom and then work your way up. So it's actually pretty slow. It's like a patient game. You got to be patient because you can't jump in guns a-blazing. And you got to make sure that you're just doing what is necessary to help your little people. So in case anybody else was curious, you can also use the pickaxe tool. Is the pickaxe tool? Yeah. No. Yeah. Pickaxe tool to gather stone. You'll need stone eventually. It's important. Just kidding. It wasn't the pickaxe tool. It's the same one that you use to gather trees. Yeah, because stones are just sitting on top of the earth. Now, so the one thing that's awesome about this is that you can see your plants growing. It's so cute. Like, look at these tiny plants. Look at them grow. Oh, man, it looks like Legos. It's so cute. Look at that raccoon. Why didn't I zoom in on that? Okay, so at the beginning of each day, you get a daily update, and you have like a minimum you need to hit. You got food, morale, and net worth. Net worth is actually pretty hard to hit, especially at the beginning because you don't have enough buildings, you don't have enough resources. I accidentally don't have enough food for my 7 people, so I need to make sure that they are really working on that farm. Although it's one person, he's got 3 plots. Cut him some slack, and we got berries galore. Eat your burrs. Town overview. So if you click that big tower thing, it gives you the overview of your town. Pretty self-explanatory. Journal is an awesome way to see what needs to be modified. Gripes is like, oh man, I wish this was different. And praises is, man, I like this. Also, you get an awesome sound every time your person levels up. So there was that. So my carpenter was one that leveled up. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, though. Because I wasn't really paying that close attention. Okay, so you've pretty much seen how the beginnings of the game works. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show you, a raid. But so far, I haven't been in, an intense raid. It's been, one dude or 2 dudes who come in and my sentry guy gets them. But let me show you what a town looks like after a couple of days. So I'm going to take you to Tater Talks Town, and it's going to be fabulous. So this is Tater Talks Town. Look at all of the resources I have. Got little tunnels built out because I got a whole bunch of minerals taken out from the earth. I have a bunch of plot lands for farmers. I've got 2 farmers. I've got 2 sentries. I've got a lot of building supplies. Like I told you before, the important stuff is the stuff that glows, so the stuff that's glowing is important. I've got a carpenter house where my carpenter can stay. I've got a dining hall where they can go and eat, and then I have 2 halls where at least 8 people can sleep, but I think I have about 12 people in this town, so I don't have enough beds, but luckily they don't all go to sleep at the same time. This is day 15. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So this is day 15. I'm doing big things. Also, you can't see it because of the camera, but behind my head are things you can press in order to split the side of the land or your homes in half so you can see inside of them. And it's really helpful when you're trying to figure out why this person isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. So check out all the people that I have. I started off with a carpenter. My carpenter got really good, and I kept my carpenter a carpenter, but I allowed them to make a mason tool, and then I gave that to a new person, and I feel like that may have been a mistake, so I might switch the carpenter and the mason just because it's taken the mason forever to learn how to build stuff because, she just doesn't have the skill points for it. But, yeah. I mean, so far, I've been having a lot of fun with StoneHearth. I just like the sandbox feel where you can just like build stuff and kind of call it your own. And I mean, if they put like a slight story behind this, I would be all up in this hook, line, and sinker. So if there are any updates, I'll definitely let you guys know. I think you should try it out. I'm pretty sure it's only like $12, $13 on Steam. I'll correct that if I'm wrong, right? Share. But I'm pretty sure it's not all that pricey. And I mean, a lot of people like to steer clear from early access games, but I say go for it. Why not? It's the developer letting the actual user have input in how the game is developed and if they're doing the right thing, instead of just having this piece of nonsense be produced and you being like, well, crap on a cracker. Nerds. My cat's back here causing a hot mess. But if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button, drop a subscribe, and I will definitely catch you in the next one. See ya!